Hello guys, and what is up? This is Silence Pew Pew, and we are coming at you with another video. Today guys, we are going to be playing a new game called Ancestor, the Humankind Odyssey. This game came out, I think, in December of last year, or very beginning of 2020. Either way though, it was a game I had my eyes on for a bit, and I actually was planning on getting when it first came out. However, I don't know exactly what happened. I lost track of it, I guess, and then I just saw it today, not today, a couple days ago, on Xbox, and it happened to be on sale. So I figured I would go ahead and give it a go. So here you can see we've got our lineage name. We are going to be playing first time game mode. I've played the game a couple times now. I haven't gotten very far. I keep messing up, doing small things at the beginning that screw myself over later. So we're just going to play first time mode again. So we're going to be at the Hidden Waterfall Oasis. We're going to start off with a female. I've been starting off as male the last times, but I'm just going to give a female a try. Doesn't really too much matter. Clan size is going to be medium. Again, that's based off which one you choose. And then species type. It says question mark. I don't know what that means ever. The couple times I played, it's been the same exact species, or at least it looked like it. So we're going to go ahead and jump on into this. I'm going to give you some of the tips and tricks that I found out, and then also you're just going to see me play a little bit and probably see me mess up. Honestly though, if I was to say anything, I have tutorial turned on too, don't I? Dang it, I didn't want the tutorial turned on. The tutorial is not that helpful. It does not pause the game in the background. So things are still moving while you're trying to read, so I would just recommend reading the in-game hints, I think, at the beginning. When we get into it, you'll see. This is what the selfish monkey gets. He had the opportunity to share. He didn't share, though. Look at, he's about to bite it. Eagle comes along, grabs him, or her. Okay, so a couple things with this. You can legit just go back home, which is right there. And you can memorize it too. Or you can find hiding spaces, whichever you prefer. Like I said, going back home is actually rather easy. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. And we'll probably just cut through this, but like I said, it's right over there. If you grab this vine here, this should pretty much be able to take you, I think, all the way back. I think it's this one. It might be a different one. You move is super slow, though, as a baby monkey. You don't move a whole lot faster as an adult monkey. Also, the part of the reason I kind of like using the baby monkey to do this is because if you just stick to the trees, you're perfectly fine. Nothing is going to be able to get you. I mean, you don't have stamina and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. Oh, and be very careful with if you're playing as the baby monkey going through water, you will get carried down streams very quickly. So we're gonna go ahead and switch to this monkey here, and now we're gonna build a sleeping plot. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and we're just gonna build it over here actually. Get that out of the way. Oh, I gotta inspect it first. So basically right now, this thing here will allow me to build a sleeping plot, which is just my main quest right now. So we're gonna go ahead and drop it right there, and then we're gonna come over here, grab another one, drop it, and we're just gonna keep adding to the pile here. I think you need 4, and it'll say construct whenever you grab enough. So there we go, and now we can start constructing, and you just kind of hit A on it here. I haven't really figured this one out. I don't know if it just needs to be hit a couple of times, or if there's a specific spot you have to hit, but either way, works out every time. So you can lay down here now, and then you can see you have options to evolve and or sleep. So sleeping obviously just restores some energy kind of thing. You need to make sure that you're eating food, water, and sleeping. This is your neutrons, or yeah, whatever, something, I don't know. Either way, basically, as you can see there, we have this little bits in the middle. The game wasn't very clear about it, at least when I was reading through it, didn't seem very clear, but the thing here in the center, this small little circle, this will grow the more that the more actions you perform, kind of thing, with children nearby, or baby apes of some kind anyways. From there, you'll get these little black dots here, like this here, motor skills, so allowing me to use my hands and feet more. Then we have our sensibility, so like smelling and hearing. Then we have intelligence down here, which I haven't unlocked yet. The intelligence one is basically like being able to like, oh, that plant does this, and knowing that. And then in the future, seeing that same plant again and remembering, oh, hey, that does this. So it's kind of like with the betting thing. And then this is over here is the communication skills typically. So like, how can you talk? Can you talk to other apes? How efficient are you talking to other apes? And this here is a genetic mutation that I achieved, probably from something random. So as you can see, the baby eek has an increased capacity for metabolized food. So we'll see what that does. I haven't actually gotten one. I've gotten one that's reached adulthood with that genetic mutation, but in order for it to stay, they have to become an elder, technically. So you have to have... It's weird. I don't know exactly what it will do. I think that just means he can eat more types of food and not get sick, kind of thing. But either way, it's cool that we already got one like that. So as you can see, I'm still laying here. I can sleep, do whatever I want. However, first things first is we're going to go form a couple. So I think this is an elder. Yeah, it's an elder. Bottom right there, as you can see, it says who you're talking to. So when I go away from it, there's 2 babies, which are the orange ones. Then there's 4 adults, because I'm playing as one of the adults right now. And then there's 2 elders. So we're going to go ahead and analyze her here. And we can already see she is already a mother to 2... what are they even called? Jeez. She's already a mother to 2 baby apes. What are baby apes even called? We can analyze her and see that she is female, she's single, and she's fertile. We can also see her health thing in the bottom there. So it's kind of hard to see, but the red there, that little red outline around the green, that's how much my life is. The green is my energy, and then there's a yellow one that you can't see, but we'll see that one later. That one is stamina. So green is energy and stamina, and they're all limited to each other. So if your stamina can't be bigger than your life points, basically, and your green or energy can't be bigger than your stamina. So we're gonna go ahead and groom her here. So what we do is you wait for your controller to vibrate, pretty much. I failed on that one. And then also that thing that comes around. And you gotta release B at that time. Whoopsies, I'm not really paying attention here. So every time that thing comes around, that's when you release the B button, and I guess you found a bug. I don't really know. It doesn't explain that, and that's fine. It's just some things you gotta figure out, but you know, watching this can help you a little bit too. Okay, now we have to identify the jungle's hidden oasis here. So what we're first going to do, though, is instead of doing that, we're going to lie down here. We're going to drop a child, because what we're about to do is not for a child. It's going to be making us a child, though. He's just going to sit there, though. The children, I don't think they move at all. So we're just going to go ahead and mate. Cool. And then as you can see, down in the lower right there, the one has a little orange thing inside it now. That just means that she's pregnant. So, yeah, and we can now have that baby whenever we want. However, what it'll do is it'll skip, I think, 15 months in advance, which I don't want to do just quite yet. And as you can already see, we have actually now fully unlocked the communication skill, and we've actually communicated enough to where we can now learn this. So boom, we just learned it. By holding B now, we can gather all clan members and have them follow me, which will be beneficial, very beneficial later on. What we're going to do instead of finding that oasis though right now is we're going to grab this rock here. We're going to identify what it is. We're going to inspect anyways. And we're going to come over here. We're going to pick up this baby, put him on my back. See here, from far away, that there's some black area around it here. What this is just a fishing spot, but you know, we can always interact with it, and the monkey will now find that out. You know, so there's always different things that you can see, and that your monkey or ape or whatever exactly this is will have to figure out on their own kind of thing. So let's see here. So this is using the intelligence thing, like I said, and since we use this plant and we know it's for bedding, you can see up there it has two capabilities. We don't know what the second one is yet, but the first one is bedding. And then same thing, we can see there's a couple things over here that we haven't really met or seen yet. So it just happens to be a rock here. Pick that up, do inspecting. I would just do that around the entire camp, figuring things out. The biggest surprise to me, though, is the fact of the matter is you have to inspect water. You've been a monkey for how long, and your parents were monkeys, and you guys don't know what water is. I also noticed, and I'm not sure why, I think this is a bug, but as soon as I start doing it, all of the other monkeys do it too. Even when I eat, stuff like that too. Which there's a trait later in the game that says that they'll do that. So that way you can kind of help them not die when they're being attacked or something, but it's not something I was I think it's just a glitch kind of thing. So we're gonna head back to the bed here, and see what's up. So as you can see, this center circle there actually got a little bit bigger. That's because we have more energy. We just haven't discovered these other things, or we haven't worked enough with it. My Motoracy is the next thing that I'm going to start trying to work on. So that's what we're going to go ahead and take care of. So don't pick up two rocks and bang them together yet. Your monkey needs to develop dexterity as well to actually be able to use rocks against rocks, so that way you're not just smashing the shit out of them. But basically what I'm doing here is whoopsies, I held that one too long. I'm in the process of creating a spear, but I think we got up our motorist now. So we have to buy this one, which doesn't mean that we have it, but it did take some of the stuff away from the middle there. Now we have to connect it, which we may not have enough juice to. We just barely did, actually. So now we have the ability to manipulate items and stuff like that. A bit better. We also inherently gained this one too. Again, though, we just don't have enough stuff here in the middle to actually buy this, and again, we don't have enough to connect them either way. So while I'm doing this, if you look in the center there, you could see the different three colors. So now that we've done something with this dead wood, we have to see what the heck it is we did, and we discovered a stick. Surprise, surprise. And now with a stick, we can continue to hit this stick here with this rock, and eventually create what we would think of as a spear, which is nice, because that'll help us defend ourselves against predators. Also, if we get to it in this video, swinging from trees seems to be a lot harder and clinkier than I was expecting it to, so I would recommend being very careful with it. And there we have it. So go ahead and switch hands here and inspect this now weird looking stick. And our monkey discovers that it is a sharpened stick. Nice. We'll go ahead and drop that. And now we have a sharpened stick. And you can stand up. And now we're standing. And you'll actually take a few steps forward. You know, which is neat. But so these two things over here, it looks like a brush of some kind. I have yet to figure out what those are. But like I said, I haven't played too much into them. So right here is what we're trying to discover. This is the jungle oasis. If you can, I would recommend doing this in daytime, just for that cutscene there. It's kind of cool, but... So, what happened here is, now the game wants us to go and inspect that meteorite. Our monkey came running out after it happened, up here. As you can see, down there is a monkey that was attacked by that, actually, here we can kind of see it a bit better now. So that is the monkey that was killed by the bird. I think it was an eagle is what people have been calling it, but I don't know what it actually is. But we're gonna head back down actually, because we're a little tired. So as you can see there, it says your food, so we're a little hungry and we need some more water. So we're gonna grab this bad boy. Actually, we're gonna drop that bad boy because we can't scoop up water. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and grab this stick here, and then we're going to now tell my whole clan to follow me, and we're gonna set out on an adventure. We're gonna tell her to wait here, and the rest are gonna follow me. And we are gonna head out and see what we can't find out about this meteor. So when you do this, if you go for that one, I believe it is, that will take you almost exactly where the meteor is, but not quite. But again, completely up to you on how you want to find it. Best strategy here, stick to the trees as best you can. There's less deadly things in the ground. I mean, in the trees than there are on the ground. Also, I would stay away from your dead friend. They're dead in a hawk's nest or something. You probably should keep it that way. Just them being dead, right? So as you can see, the guys are following me, and over there we have an unidentified plant. We'll come back and identify that later. If we want to, though, we can also check into smells. So we're smelling something from there. Not sure what that is. Well, our monkey's not. And also something from here, too. Okay. We can also go into hearing. And as you can see here, we don't hear a whole lot. If we look down, we don't hear much down from there. But if we look up, oh, look at that. We can hear our family again. So, you know, that's that as well. So I know it's pretty hard to see, but like right above my monkey's head, there's actually a snake. So do avoid that as best you can. You can scare this snake pretty easy. I think it's a python. It's fucking huge though. By just using the intimidate action, which is holding B. I'm too far away for him to even probably hear me, really, so he's definitely not scared of me right now, but that's why I would recommend having multiple of your family members come along for the reason of scaring him, simply. And then also other animals nearby as well, as we are approaching swamplands. I assume most of you can figure out what else might be here. We're still not quite close enough to detect it. You can also see there's a boar up there. So we do want to avoid pretty much everything as best we can. Right now we're focusing on him. I think we can hear him. Is that what it was? Yes, we were in here, so we're gonna jump to this tree. And again, you want to stay high on the trees because your family may not stay high on trees. And we're going to discover what this is, and booyah, rock python. He will more than likely be sitting here. If he's not sitting here, he's very close. So be careful of that, because that is his nest. Next biggest thing, now we have to attempt to go this way. And you can see, already at this point, that thing leads us pretty close, not perfectly, but pretty close to where we wanted. Right above my guy's head again, you can see an alligator. And then right above his head now, you can see some smoke popping up every now and then. That is the meteorite that we are looking for. There we go. We scared it off. It's kind of running. As you can see, my screen kind of did a little bit of a weird thing because we were kind of getting scared of the snake as well. Next thing, there's some weird-looking cat thing that runs around here every now and then. It's very fucking hard to find. So I recommend being careful. So now, what I'm going to say, and I'm going to pause this here so I don't get any surprises, switch to an elder. Elders are kind of the only one who can go into the unknown. They don't have fear of unknown. Oh yes, and this is what I was talking about before. I would read the help button here. Just read through all of this stuff before you go out, because like I said, the tutorial pops up and the game doesn't pause, and if you sit there and try to read the tutorial, you may get attacked or something along those lines. It may just happen that you don't want to happen. So we're going to come back here. We're going to... Oh, not that. We're going to take item from him, and we're going to press forward here. Okay, as you can see, we see a boar there, another boar there. Switch back to intelligence. Okay. And we just gotta go for it. So at this point now, you want to come here and intimidate, if you can. See? This is the damn thing I was talking about. Okay. Well, I killed it. It just appeared out of nowhere. I'm glad that we got it, but I saw it like that. But it's legit just appeared out of nowhere. Okay. Let's grab this damn meteorite and get the hell out of here. Because one of my dudes just got ran over, so he probably got some broken bones. Get out of here. This thing. We're gonna inspect this dead cat. If you kill it, that's great. Definitely have a stick though, because it is very hard. Or you just have to dodge, which isn't necessarily hard or anything like that, but it's not something that's fun either. So I'm gonna go this way, and we're gonna climb a tree, and then we're gonna switch back. Elders move a little slower. Okay, so we're now going to switch hands here. We're going to inspect said meteorite. Part of the reason I wanted all of my kids to come along is, as you can see there, every living kid now brings one more reinforcement for this generation that was here whenever the meteorite was found. Unfortunately, we lost our rock, our stick. But, so I was on my way back, and I came across an outsider, kind of. He was kind of on the way. So here, there's a couple things you can do. You have to figure out what it is he wants. So I'm going to hand him some food. That is not what he wants. He does not want food. He probably... Seems like something's wrong with his head. Oh shit, there's a snake nearby. Ah, it's over there. Oh shit, he's closing the gap. Get out of here. Go, 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 go. The thing that I kind of forgot to mention, on the bottom right there, you'll see that whole circle that talks about your clan. That inner sphere, as you probably noticed, gets a bit bigger. That is actually how much neurons or something you have. And I just ended the expedition, as you can see there. We're going to lay down here. We're going to hit an evolution. And you can see that circle is completely full, which means we probably lost some neurons or something. So... Okay, so now we can buy some more stuff. It doesn't tell you what it is, however it does say that it's dexterity based, and I think this one is as well. As you can see, they don't say what they are, really, but then like this one it says senses, and I think it specifically says hearing actually in there. Nope, not that one. There's that one. Is this one here? No. Okay. So, some of these are for hearing, some of them are for your sound. So, smell. So that's hearing there, and this one I think is your smell. Yep, odor. And this one here is intelligence. We're actually going to get. Again, just take the game slow or as fast as you want to, because you're just doing everything. You know, evolution, it can take as long or it go as fast as you want it to, as you make it. Be very cautious though. Again, if you don't carry a stick, I would stick to the trees as best you can. But, you know, do what you feel is necessary for survival. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and take a nap here, and then we're going to track down that other member. Okay guys, so we are actually going to pause or end the video here. I realized I've been recording for a long time. I set a timer. That timer did not go off. I thought it seemed like it was a real long time. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to cut out, and just parts of me transversing the jungle that you won't see and other things. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode.